So that was 4, and then last weekend it was the Ramada event in Solihull.
Yeah, quite pleased with that. I mean, I'm sure you'll have seen or people have seen feedback that there's been put on the 21 Up and what have you around the place itself. I mean, hotel's superb. I mean, I'm off to an hotel tonight in Swansea, I think it is, and I'm not expecting much, but that Solihull Ramada Jarvis was superb, and the organisation, as we all know, Janice does a good job, and now she's got Ant on board. It seems to be really good. The day itself, again, happy days. Green were a bit heavy and bumpy, so seemed to suit me. But I've got wife watching, and she knew that some part of prize were like a weekend breakaway if you won. So she was touching every time I sprayed a few around. So just managed to come good at end again.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen the photographs of the place. I've never been there that Dave West did. I mean, it does look a super setup.
Well, it is, and it's not just the hotel itself. Like I said, the actual town centre is really nice. I mean, I think I've been lucky 2 or 3 times I've been down to Solihull. It's always been a sunny day, so it's always quite busy, and it's a really nice little town. It's definitely worth a visit if people can get to go next year. And I think what put a lot of people off this year were the initial price of like £75 for a room, which sounds a lot, but when you break it down, that's for 2 of you for like an evening meal, obviously breakfast in morning, dinner day after. So it's not that expensive, and when you like take into account the fact I think it's a 4-star hotel, it's really good.
Yeah. I think one of the problems that Janice and have had is really finding a date, and it's always difficult to find places in the calendar, isn't it, Chris, for things to try and get the best crowd, as it were?
It is, yeah. It is tricky. I mean, I know from entering lots of tournaments that the earlier tournaments that come out tend to fill quicker, and then it's the later ones that struggle because people just haven't got the dates available to enter them. So to try and find a suitable date for a one-day, like you said, to get the crowd, but probably more importantly to start off with the players to get there, it's quite tricky really. But I think they did well. I think it worked better this year than it did last year, because I think last year they had the tournament on the Saturday.
Yes, that's right.
And then stopped over for the Sunday, whereas I think this time, we had a good night, the Saturday night with everybody there, and then pretty much everybody stopped while they ended on the Sunday as well, so that was nice as well.
Yeah, but overall, I mean, I haven't heard a bad comment about the thing, so that's good in itself, isn't it, Chris?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's similar to Portugal in a way that if you speak to people who've actually been and experienced it, there's nothing but good things to say about it, really. So, hopefully next year it'll go from strength to strength again.
Yeah. Now, I gather you're moving on to another one, a Ramada event, or an event that Janice and Ant are running in Wales. That's coming up in a few weeks, isn't it?
Oh yeah, that Super Bowl, yeah, they've dragged me into that somehow.
Yeah, and where's that being played at?
That's at the Bodelwyddan Castle, if I've said that right. It's a superb place. We went last year for the invitation they had there. It is actually in a castle. Obviously it's set out like an hotel and what have you, but that's a superb place. Again, it's really quiet, tranquil. The actual outdoor green, what they've got, it's an artificial surface, which I think the newer artificial surfaces seem to be getting better and better. I mean, we've got one up in Barnsley that's really nice, and this one in Bodelwyddan's, again, it's superb, and the setting as well, it's really good. So I'm looking forward to that, definitely.
Yeah. And this Super Bowl, I gather it's a flat. Is it a Crown team playing flat against flat team or something?
Yeah. There's 4 each, and I think what they do, they have a few fairly short games where we'll play on the Crown green on the artificial surface outside, presumably singles, semi against, I don't know, Billy Jackson, and then we'll move inside again, presumably, so it sort of evens itself out, and then I think whoever's on top at the end of that will be crowned champions.
Okay, Chris. Well, finally, we've just been talking about Crossfield Cup. Your section for South Yorkshire is yourself, Wales, North Midlands and Derbyshire. What do you think of your chances?
Well, I think they're fairly good, to be honest. I mean, I'm actually on committee this time around for the first time, so looking forward to it from that side of things. I think it's a group we can win, but on same score, it's a tricky group. I mean, we've got a hard game, the first game against Derbyshire, our local rivals, so looking forward to that. But you know, we've tried to pick a team what we think will do well both home and away. Pick Woodlands for our home game, first time we've used it for a few years. So we're hoping for a fairly good score on there. And hopefully our away team can do pretty much what they've been doing for the past few years, and that's, you know, if not winning, getting a fairly narrow defeat. So yeah, we are looking forward to it. As I say, we as a committee now, we feel we have got enough good players to be able to mount a challenge. So yeah, we're fairly happy with how it's going at the minute, I think.
Yeah, I mean, it's not too tough a section really, I presume, isn't it? You know, you must be pleased with the group really, although it's like North Midlands have got dodgy home greens, haven't they? And,
well, that's it, and you know, that's what scuppered us last year a little bit. But on paper, yeah, you know, you could say we might be one of better sides, but like you said, North Mids have got their greens. Wales can turn two good sides out really, and so can Derbyshire. So it's one of them. You know, it's winnable, but on the same score, we could quite easily not win it. So it's an interesting group.
Yeah, and it's been something like, I think, 30 years knocking on since South Yorkshire won it that once, isn't it?
Yeah, 83 I think it were. My dad keeps telling me he was playing then. So yeah, it's a long time since. We got to the final a few years back. Lost out to Cheshire, I think, narrowly. So yeah, as I say, we've got a lot of good players now. We've got a fair blend of youth and experience. We've got some young lads coming into the side this time around who some people might not think experienced enough, but when you actually look at the records in tournaments and whatever else, you know, they're more than capable and as good, if not better, than those who we might have left out. So it is exciting, I think, for our county this year.
Yeah, I see that, you know, one of your up and coming youngsters, I think his name's Bauer. I think he's playing Spragg first game. What do you think of this Bauer anyway? Is he one for the future?
Well, hopefully so, yeah, if we can keep him out at bar long enough, but that's why I flicked him on first, same as me. So no, it should be a good game. I think they played each other last time in county in middle order, and that were a cracker by all accounts. So hopefully it'll be another good game. We might just put it into the sword, hopefully.
Yeah, okay. Anyway, Chris, thanks for joining us. We'll let you carry on your journey now to Swansea.
No problem.
We'll wish you all the best for the remainder of the season.
Thank you very much.
Okay, okay. Thank
See you, Chris.
Bye.
Bye, bye-bye.
Yeah.